And off with the music. There we go. And on with Gothic 3. Yeah, my original plan was to like alternate Gothic 3 and Super Mario, but honestly, I kind of just felt like playing more Gothic today. I'm hoping that going back to the forest, we can have a bit of a better experience than last time up in the north. So these are just saved at pretty much the exact same place, just so I wouldn't have to worry. I think I just made like the regular save and then the quick save right after, just so I wouldn't have to. So if I accidentally loaded a quick save, it really wouldn't make any difference. So yeah, I think let's check what I got. See if any of one of them have anything they want me to do right now. We could just deliver the weapons for the rebels just a bit, get a bit more, maybe a bit more reputation. So plenty of weapons, spare weapons.
It doesn't matter to you.
I'm sorry, what?
You should probably do it yourself.
I didn't finish these two? Oh, Ortega. Ooh. We could go and try to take out the bandit camp, couldn't we? That shouldn't be too hard now.
We're so easy. It doesn't matter to you.
Ah, right. This is the guy who... Yeah, this is not the guy who got his lamp oil stolen. I thought he was like one of the merchants in the town, but he's like out in the middle of nowhere here.
Take my advice.
I think what I will do is to sneak all the way over on this side, or sneak down here, down to Silden. But honestly, I just kind of want to see what is down the pass here. That sounds like a great idea to me. Not a mark. Oh. 5. What I have is is far below what I could actually use.
What do you want?
Show me.
Oh, Right, we could. We could try to get approval from the ore smelters, but honestly, I think.
It doesn't matter to you.
Let's see. What was it Pedar wanted again?
You'd better stay out of it. It doesn't matter to you.
20 ice wolf skin.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, let's just have a bit of a chat with the different people. Then we start heading down. I think. What the best way to do this? I think we'll just walk from here down to Pedar. And then we'll do the teleport stone up to the Fire Clan down to the Wolf Clan. Now I don't think that I will just be like, oh yeah, sure. I'll back you on that. I'll definitely say that you are the best person around to do this. I think we're gonna have to do some stuff to convince them. Also, I should just... I don't know if I actually clear this out. So I think I want to put a little bit more points into hunting. Oh, hello. I forgot that we need to loot this. Oh God, yeah, this is oh my, this is gonna be a fucking gold mine, huh? And not just because it's an actual mine with actual gold in it. Wait, was that? Oh. Well, fuck me. That's a nice little 20,000 just lying on the ground there. Okay, I had completely forgotten about all the loot from this fight there, and yeah. Me, that's not that good. And I don't think I ever actually mine these. Not sure they won't mind me just taking a little something for myself as well. I'm not sure if I'm gonna ever actually use the ore for anything. I might as well just grab it. I'm pretty sure if I don't grab it now, I'm just gonna forget that I haven't picked it up, or I haven't mined this place. I just won't ever remember to actually come back here. It's a little bit problematic that the two of them are there occupying those two veins. I can't just forcefully take one over, annoyingly enough. Oh, never mind. Perfect. That should have... How far up does that put me? 42, okay. So we're at 10 for Padar, which I mean I already had. There is another guy up here, if I remember correctly, that wants 50 or for something. Don't know if that's worth giving it to him. I need to be on the lookout for stuff just lying on the ground here. I mean, it should be lying next to bodies usually, right? Oh no, never mind. That's not right next to the skeleton. Game. What? Okay, the game decided it was a great idea to just equip that weapon for some reason. I mean, it did that because I didn't actually have a weapon equipped already, but it's a little bit weird. I don't remember it also equipping stuff before. And yeah, I usually don't run around without a weapon equipped. Just when you're mining it unequips your weapons. Which honestly is not great. Was I hearing some sounds I don't like? Like some kind of wolf or some kind of other kind of beast, but I think that's actually above ground. And the game just doesn't know to not so let's say not render the sound. Sound's not rendered. The game has a little bit of trouble telling what sounds it's supposed to play and which ones it's not supposed to play. Which ones I'm supposed to be hearing, which ones I ain't supposed to hear.
I'd prefer an honorable fight. We shouldn't even be here.
Yeah, I guess I just never bothered going down here to mine this stuff out, huh?
Too hard, we'll soon run out of slaves. What are you waiting for then?
I think that was all of them. There might be some more over in that direction. Yeah, there is. I can already see it. If anyone interesting has taken up occupation down there, there's a smith. Yeah, just no names. no need to no need to bother them. They seem to be rather busy with the grindstone. Okay, there is actually veins on the side. It's just I can't just expect like the non-rock part, sort of like just light up, sort of like the white stuff on the actual wall does. But I guess it's dependent on lighting. It's just a wall that's a bit weird. Yeah, I figure considering that the armor I got is about the same as the very best mercenary armor. Oh, okay. We should be decently equipped with that, at least in that part for going back. There's a couple more nodes, more veins that I haven't dealt with. I haven't mind, but I seem to have them all occupied. I'm just gonna run out through the valley. One, because I'm kind of curious whether the respawning orcs will be here still or not. Nope. I should have saved before running out there. I wonder if this area up here is filled with enemies that are gonna absolutely destroy me or not. Let's just run in without any care in the world. What could possibly go wrong, right? Very serious music here. They're just going out this way just because it's about as close as going back the regular way where I want to be. And like including time to actually get out of the mine, it's probably closer. Plus, just double check that I have been a good boy and looted everything. Can you? Oh my god! Should we stop auto-clipping stuff? I don't get why they felt the need to basically treat like they could just have played animation with the pickaxe and not cared about like how just not cared about messing around with the inventory at all. Maybe they had to equip it to get it to work properly. We should at least, reset the inventory though. Yeah, I'm thinking skill-wise and character-wise right now. I want to start focusing a bit on hunting. Eventually, I'll probably try to get my strength up to 250 at least. In the long run, I'm going to try to aim for a 300 to get that regeneration scale. But yeah, at some point we'll just get up to 250 and then work on 300. Before that, I'm definitely gonna try to increase my hunting a bit more. A bit of a better bow, because I am using the bow a reasonable amount, I think. And also I think I want to put a bit more points into... Oh, bugger. Right, I think I want to put a bit more points into health as well. I mean, yeah, sure, I've been leveling up quite a bit. As far as I can tell, go away, wolves. As far as I can tell. No, I never actually killed a specific deer. As far as I can tell, there's actually no... You don't get any health just by leveling up, you have to put points into it. And I would like to not die quite as quickly. I was expecting you to put some points into it. Am I hitting something else, perhaps? Oh, yeah, I think I was hitting something else. I don't actually need these stairs, I just... There's one quest that where a deer has just ran off. And I thought they had like a specific name, but apparently they don't. It's going to what I could find in searching like what the fuck's going on with this quest. So right now I'm just murdering every single deer I come across in North there. In hope that one of them is the chosen deer that got away. Did I get Big Game Hunter, or does that require 2? Yeah, I did get Big Game Hunter, huh? So I should be doing extra damage against wolves and so on with the bow. Should be doing that much, but I might just not remember how much I did before. No, it's not. So, is this where I think it is? No. No, it's not. It's just goblins, okay. I thought it was a bit closer to the guy I'm looking for. Oh, he's... Okay, I was off by one cliff. Because he's right up top there. And he has a little skeleton cave right below his house, which, I mean, the game is like, at least like lore-wise, is like, that's where they where like their ancestors, all the Nords' ancestors are buried. Like 6 of these tombs. I say Nords, they're not Nords, they're Nordmarians or whatever we call them. The problem is that these are now kind of filled with skeletons. I tried going in here before. The problem seems to be that the skeletons very much love to just come out and like with 5 million of them at the same time. Seem to have weapons that tends to go rather fucking badly for me. Be careful. Oh, you can pull them one by one, okay. They tend to be really aggressive little fuckers, okay. Oh, skeletons! Oh, okay. Skeletons need to do a lot of backing up. So you can just do like regular attacks. That's nice, because one of the drawbacks by doing like the quick attacks that I'm always using, they are incredibly fucking slow. Or you know, like the attacks like really quick. Well, they're not doing much damage either. Nice. The attacks are really quick, but they don't do much damage. This kind of solves that problem. Just look at how fucking... Look at how many skeletons there are here. Oh yeah, things went south. It's just really just to pull... I mean, obviously I should just have turned back here. I kind of just want to see how far I could get. I should just have ran away until they stopped following me. Yes, you just really have to take it in very nice and slowly there. I might be able to speed things up with some fancy magic work. Honestly, I'm not used to much magic so far, and sure which one would be useful and which ones wouldn't.
Here's your stuff.
Then we're in business. Do you want to trade with me?
Show me your...
Remember what he sells? I don't think he sold an... Yeah, I think the big thing with this guy was that he would sell you magic ore blanks. Apparently no one else will. At least according to him. Blueprint for two-hander, El Bastardo, and broadsword. Yeah, no. No, thank you. You do a nice 10k though. How much exactly is? I should say exactly how. Oh, it'll say down here. Never mind. I'm an idiot. So how about you just buy one of these fancy little battle axes that I picked up?
Ingvar sent me.
Why? I have nothing more to do with my clan.
Ingvar sent me to seek out and learn from all the smelters.
No. He is repeating the mistake I once made.
Do you have a problem?
Yes. Your training will bring you nothing but death, just like my apprentices. I cursed the day I sent them out to search. I said no.
What if I complete the quest of your apprentices?
No, it is too dangerous.
Everything in Nordmar is dangerous.
All right, but I warned you. If you succeed in acquiring the ingredients, then you have my blessing.
I will master your tasks. What should I get?
The horn of a shadow beast.
That's it? I mean, I guess I sold off all the ones I got, but... I feel like every other task in this area, that's just like pretty much nothing. So the annoying thing with this guy is that it's not like super far out of the way, but it's far enough out of the way that I would prefer him to be a bit closer. Oh. You know what? I think we are due a nice little upgrade. Because this one's 90 with... Wait. Yeah, this is 90 with sharpened and blessed. Never mind, I'm an idiot. I keep forgetting that the blade damage there does include the fact that it does include like the bonus. So that's gonna be a big big increase, but we could just grab a nice quick... That's already dead. A nice quick 10 extra damage. Just need to take out to the Sabertooth there. Right? And then buy another orb blank from buy a magic orb blank from that guy. And your business. Yo, kitty cat. Okay, it was a little bit annoying to have those other animals in the way. I kept like concentrating like on whether they were gonna start attacking me or not. Not sure if this is before or after I went there, but that doesn't really matter. Why is it not getting in the way? I don't want to fight surrounded by the bison, because there's just a good. I feel like there's like just a good chance that I will accidentally hit them. I mean, I did hit them twice. I tried before. Kind of surprised honestly that they didn't start attacking me. I think that growling sounds just the wolves. Now there is a couple of Sabertooth this way. This herd right here is very much in the way. Keeping in the wrong position. Sabers are... Yeah, because the lower path here. The Reaper Beast. Oh, no, I guess it was this way. This way to the Sabertooth then. Smooth. Little herd of a little pack of them right here. 1, 2, and run. Over the ledge here so we don't have to fight them. Don't have the higher ground. I'm gonna leave the other Sabertooth for later. I don't think I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna save the other two for later. So I don't want to like completely eradicate the entire species. So I might need Sabertooth hides for something else later on, and I'm pretty certain that if I just have them in my inventory, if I just kill the Sabertooth now and just keep the hides in my inventory until I might need them, I'm just gonna randomly sell them off at some point because I forgot that I was saving them. Just nice knowing that there only specific locations where there are more of them.
Show me.
Do I have the smithing hammer? Is there 2 of them? Okay. So 1,000 gold for that, and how about I? There's nothing left. 2 halberds and some other random crap and odds and bits. I'll throw a decent shield. Nearly perfect, nice. There you go, Sabertooth, Normal, Noggenfogen, and Magic Ore Blank. I'll put that in, and we are go. Hello, Bailover, how are you doing? Welcome in. And congratulations on the first. Get a bit of a first streak there going there. So how are you doing? And does this smithy really not have a grindstone at it? Really? Thought it was came free with every single smith in the land, huh? Yeah, I'm leaving the snow soon. I mean, that was the plan. That's the main goal. That's the main goal. I just realized there was a couple of small things that I might as well just finish off before I leave. That's quite a return on investment there. Cost me it cost me maybe 1,500 in like for soul. Yeah, the noggin fog and the pelts made like if we're generous, that's like 500 golds that I could have sold those for. So 1,000 for the actual ore blank. That's a very good return on investment. Oh no, never mind. It's already 100. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's a little bit confusing. Apparently, the way the game shows the stats for weapons on the crafting screen is slightly different from how it shows it in the inventory. Because in the crafting screen, this was 90 plus 10 for Self-Forged. And here it is 100 plus 10 for Self-Forged. And I know, like, in my inventory screen here, the bonuses are already just counted into the blade damage. So I just expected that to also be the case for crafting, but apparently not. I'm just glad it goes... I'm just glad that the way it's done causes it to show a lower value than, or makes you think that it's going to be a lower value than what it actually ends up being. In which case, because then it's like, oh, I managed to get it, and it's like because now it's like, oh, I craft this magic item, and it's actually better than it's supposed to be. Oh, cool. Instead of the other way around, it's like, I crafted this improved weapon, and it's actually worse than it should have been. Great. Let's just let's pop over fire clan. Is it? Yeah, it would have been best if it actually showed the correct value. A little bit of prayer.
Grant me
20 for fire. Let's just make it an even 300 hit points. That's gonna be my investment. I don't think I'm gonna bother investing much more in the hit points. And there's the grindstone, nice. There you go, nice 110. Up from 90 to 110. Yeah, 50,000 now? Okay. No, I don't really have any ideas. I mean... I think I might want to at least give the voting, like game voting, a shot. I just need to
Teach me.
so sit down and actually add it in. Right, we were looking for a specific guy, wasn't I? Like a smith guy. It's not you, right? Let me just check the quests. So yeah, the reason I'm just doing a little couple of things before I leave the snow area is I have this quest to like get approval from the ore smelters, and as I expected, they are gonna need me to. They're gonna each probably have like a little side quest, like go and do this and go and find this thing for me. So it's just nice to go and grab all of those, like get to know what they want from me before I go somewhere else, just so I can pick it up like along the way and not have to go looking for it. Have they declined the daddy dating sim? Oh no, Jesus. Right. I can't expect all of this text here that Ingvar said to be in the. No, that Pedar said would be in in like his quest, but apparently that's still counted as part of like the main quest, or the main ore melter quest. I was looking for Kalan, and then you head on to the Wolf and check on Lars. Okay. Names would be a lot more useful if there was like a. Hey, where's this guy? If you just ask.
Put away your weapon.
Oh,
boy.
it's like a purple sword. Little harsh and everything. Nice. Oh, this looks promising for a place for a smith to be. If, you know, actually at home. Well, if he's not at home, we're gonna steal from him. Who the fuck are you? Ah. Well, he's fucked. Let's hope he doesn't have a name. Because I'm pretty sure it is very possible to just have a named quest NPC just die. The hunter. Yeah, I just love playing Where Has the NPC Wandered Off to game. So the guy I'm here to talk to doesn't seem to exist. Should try sleeping until midnight, and he should. I mean, I guess if I sleep until midnight, he should be in his bed, right? Right? So for contest, we get to buy a PlayStation 5. Ah. Do you have high hopes, or just doing it like on the off chance you might get one? Yeah. Oh! Well, apparently the smith ran off to fight some goblins, I guess. I can't tell where the goblin actually is in this bush. There we go.
You're no great loss. Thanks. You saved my butt. I thought they were going to wring my neck.
No hard feelings.
Wait, he was actually supposed to be down here. Huh.
Tell me about this area.
Not much here. Ice and snow. Oh, yes.
Yeah, so
And there is a monastery.
there's a lot of
up in
this
the
guy
mountains, but I haven't heard from them in
repeating
quite
some
a while
voice
now.
actors.
If you want to know more, he's at the monastery.
How do I get to...
Down by the village, there's a path. Just follow it.
Is it actually the same guy, or does it just... I mean, I know it sounds very similar.
I want to learn the ancient art of forging. Ingvar sent me. I need the approval of all smelters.
Not sure if it's actually the
I
same
hid
voice actor or
my
not.
steel hammer in the bushes, not far from here. Find it, and you may keep it. And you can tell Ingvar that I think he couldn't find a better apprentice.
Yeah, I like that he actually acknowledges the fact that he saved his butt. I was kind of planning on, just getting to them and be like, hey, what do you need me to do to recommend me as an apprentice? It's when they have quests and they give directions like this, where it's like, oh yeah, I just hid this thing in a bush near here. It's like, I just know that if I go back, if I if I like leave this place, I'm just never gonna actually remember where near here means. I don't have much of an idea right now either, though. Does that seem it's like up by his forge? Makes a lot more sense, because like, why would he hide his hammer down here? It's interesting that it didn't actually add itself in as like an actual quest. It's like another forge. The forge is up there. Idiot.
Don't cause any trouble here. Got it?
He hid his steel hammer in the bush not far from here. Find it and you may keep it. And I can tell him what I think he couldn't find a better apprentice. I might not actually need to grab the... I might not actually need to get that steel hammer anyway. Oh, it is actually the same guy. Oh, that's kind of cool. Honestly, I just thought he was, like, he sounded similar. didn't expect it to actually be the same guy. Like, I guess this is like the English localization for the game, so I guess it makes sense that I would get some... It's more sense that I would get someone like that. Someone actually known for like English voice acting. I hate when they do directions like this, like, oh yeah, just like in a bush nearby. Okay, near where we were standing when you said that, near where you live. Like it's near like in a couple of meters, or like are we talking like in the same? Are we talking like the same neighborhood block? Like how big of an area are we talking about? And could you maybe give me some like a direction? No, it's just like, oh yeah, just run through the bush and hope it highlights at some point. There's another go down. I talked to him, but I don't think that's where it's like. And why has he hidden the fucking hammer in a random bush? Why would he do that? Like, was that what he was doing when he got attacked by the goblins? It's just like a hammer, like a loose hammer lying in a bush. It's like in a chest of some kind. Yeah, I'm just gonna count on finding the hammer being optional. Yeah, let's take the chance on the hammer being optional and just go down to the wolf clan. Out of curiosity, does that voice actor have any other famous roles, or is Kane like the big one that people would know? I don't remember a Larson in this area, but I'm really bad at remembering the names here. And he's not at his forge. Wonderful. He has a pretty extensive CV. Okay, cool. I mean, he does have a pretty good voice though, so doesn't entirely surprise me. Well, I guess maybe more important question would be like how varied kind of voices can you do? Because I mean, the voices doing in these games are sounds very much like Deckard Cain.
It doesn't matter to you.
Skyrim checking loads of stuff. Okay.
Are you serious?
Wait, is Larsen, is that the guy who greets me? Is that douchebag who greeted me when I came here? Try to brag off about his ice cream that he had absolutely nothing to do with? No, it's not a douchebag, okay. Woodcutter's camp, possibly? It wouldn't be the idiot we helped it is hunting camp, would it? If it's not down here by the woodcutters, I'm just gonna run off and seek warmer lands. Oh, no, okay. Seeking warmer lands it is then. Actually, I am also going to check the well, I guess there's a bunch of goblins. I'm gonna check the hunting camp over here, but I think everyone there with a name I already lured off to try to help me murder orcs. So I think there's more like the leader of the hunters left. Checking anyway, because I mean, if he's one of the smelters, he probably wouldn't run off and be a hunter now, would he? Nah, with a different name.
Put that weapon away. Yeah, get out of here.
Nice little blind shot there. Here's lack of meat coming next year here, because I just kill all the deer around. That sounds a lot like a problem for the local population, not for me. So we have this. I'll just shut those nice friendly guys. This nice pass over here that I cleared out. Nice little orc camp. Sitting here, camping the pass into the warmer climates. Let's head down there ourselves instead. Wonderful. So I'm assuming this is a pass that I can use to get south again. Oh yeah, look at that. Keep my bow out so we can see anything threatening that I might be trying to run into. Probably to keep my bow out is that I won't see it if I like run over anything on the ground that I could have picked up. But I think not dying because I ran straight into like a shadow beast or group of goblins, something like that, is worth potentially missing like a herb or something like that. Splitting the path there. Okay, I don't think that threat anything important. Be fairly. Oh, hello. That looks like a ruin over there. I like ruins. Let's have a quick peek. And yeah, right. And this is the river that flows all the way down to the town that we are eventually gonna end up at. Any? Oh, it's got a bit of chests down there and some skeletons. I'll try to jump down and see if there's another path down there. They're done with this little fort here. Lots of skeletons, huh? Okay. Don't know what else I would expect to find in an old ruin like this. I mean, they're definitely on brand. Love the part where skeletons are bleeding. Okay, not my smartest move there, trying to just go in, kill this. Okay. Turn around the right. It kept trying to turn around like the wrong way. That skull went flying. Keep the attention here. Just back up and sneak in some cheeky little meat here. There's no 2 skeletons left. Let's be a little bit slow about this, just in case there's a bunch of them hidden where I can't see them. It doesn't look that way. There we go. One little ruin completely free of nasty little skeletons. Huh. Lots of bows, but they weren't actually using them. Huh. Not that I mind. Annoying if they just shooting at me while I was fighting their friends. Oh, chests. Don't mind if I do. $845 damage? That's worse than what I am using right now. Hunting skill ring? Interesting there. I was kind of excited when I saw the ring. I was like, this could be cool. I mean, don't sit down. It's not a horrible ring. Just don't think
I need the right key.
Huh. Interesting. Oh, interesting. I wouldn't expect one of the skeletons to have it on. So maybe there's some guy who will be like, "Hey, I hid this chest up by the old fort. Some skeletons came in. Do you think you could go and clear them out? Something like that?" Night is falling. So that's not great. Look around, see if there's... Oh! Was there a campfire over there? Yeah, just having a quick look around, see if there's like any obvious skeletons or anything like that lying around where I hadn't killed them. To indicate like that might have the key. Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone has the key. Okay. I want to get down there because there's like a old camp down there. I also don't want to just fall down. Ideally, I will find a spot where I can get like back up again. Oh, hello. This looks a bit deliberate. Think this is gonna lead to like a cave or something? Yeah, it looks like there might be a cave over there. Maybe? Or just a solid rock face. That could also be a thing. Nope, no fancy hidden caves there. Okay. It's a bit disappointed, not gonna lie. Kind of like managing to get behind a waterfall and not finding a cave. I think we'd having like little hidden sticker like caves or something behind a waterfall. You don't like it doesn't need to be like anything big. It doesn't need to be like a story or like here's Excalibur, you know, stuff like that. Just like a little story like here's just like a chest, a sword and some potions in it or some stuff like that. I don't know what's going on here then. They're like fighting over the stuff in the chest, perhaps? That was kind of not... Could have been better loot in those chests. I think I remember reading that the loot is actually... Yeah, I think the loot in the chests are actually randomized. Which is never particularly great. There's those. It's a crocodile. What's the crocodile doing here? Probably just take it on, but I also had some bad experience with them down in the south. This one I just don't particularly trust them.
That won't do anything.
Oh! It's a little colony. Got family and friends and everything brought up here. How the crocodiles start taking over the world. Major stuff. Nice. Not gonna use that. Not gonna use that myself, but it'd be a nice little cash bonus. It's like the perfect set for just having like a chest hidden or something. So have you been watching any good movies or series lately, Beer Lover? What have you been up to other than trying to fix your sleeping schedule? So Squid Game, nice. What do you think so far? You caved to the hype? Yeah, I did that quite a long time ago. Yeah, I think that's pretty much where I ended up feeling what I've ended up feeling on it as well. Fuck me. Like definitely good, but maybe not like the second coming of sliced bread like people online would make you think. Yeah, exactly. Like done before, but yeah, done before, but does it? But still does it in a pretty good way. That's a fuck ton of freebie beasts right there. Yeah, the new sword's definitely feeling smoother. Feeling cutting through things quite quickly. Slave doesn't even bother giving me his own name, huh? Don't know where that dialogue is going.
You can't stay here.
So I noticed.
Rescue a Sylvan slave from the wilderness. So I think I can take him back to the rebel camp. What else is around before that? Got to love like dun 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 dun, like looking like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Where am I being attacked by now? Music starts blasting, you just have no idea what's actually attacking you. I was thinking of maybe starting in Silent Sea next. I don't think I heard of that one before.
Cut it out. It's bad enough as it is.
What do you want? Man, what do you want?
So yeah, he's not an A person, huh? Not a morning person. Green sci-fi, okay. I started watching, I think it's called We're All Dead, I think. It's a Korean zombie series that came... I mean, I saw it came out recently. I don't actually know when it came out. I think it is fairly new. It's pretty fun so far. I mean, it's one of those, like, zombie 4, but still kind of fun to just watch, you know? It's a very solid Korean zombie TV series. I mean, they've done some good zombie series before with Kingdom as well. It's not as, I don't think it's as good as I felt Kingdom was. But still fairly decent. Why would the river start at the sea and then flow down to the other sea? Oh no. I guess this is not the sea, this is like just further inland, but you're never gonna go there? Okay. Oh, now we're just cutting straight through the nice. Yeah, the only thing that I don't like about the Korean TV series...
Why did you wake me?
...is that I can't, like, be watching a stream and, like, I can't, like, have it on the side. It has to be, like, my main focus. So I can read the subtitles.
Why did you wake me?
A little bit annoying, but, I mean, again... Like, how this with pretty much everything that's not in English though. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could have dubs on if the series even has dubs. But who wants to listen to dubs though? I did notice one thing in the subtitles to We're All Dead that I thought was kind of silly. It has to do with like the emergency numbers, because I mean it's a zombie film, so people are gonna be like trying to call. Somebody's attacking me. Fuck. 1 second. It's a zombie zombie series, so you know people are gonna try to be called like the cops or like the the various emergency services, right? And I think like always they say like, oh, call fire service, call the police, and so on. And they show them, it shows them like putting in the emergency number, which is like 119 is in Korea. You can see them typing in 119. And you also see like on the side like fire trucks and ambulances and stuff like 119. So you know that's the number, right? And then at one point I guess they say the actual number instead of like the name of the service to call. And they have subtitled 119 as 911. Like they changed the number they dial in the subtitles, because I guess they didn't think people would understand that was the number for the emergency services, despite seeing them call that number like 4 or 5 times by that point. Yeah, I don't know why they would change the number like that. It seems silly. This caught me a little bit off guard. Oh, fuck that one. I shouldn't be fighting here, because the blood flies creeping on me. Oh, I need to run away actually. I am really low health and there's multiple enemies surrounding me. Oh, that was... Oh. That was about to go horribly wrong. This really hunting mouse, I think it's the one you start with. I mean, there are some... in a way, I can kind of understand it if you're from... Like, say if you're from America or like an English-speaking country and you're just used to like everything being in your native language and you're not used to subtitles as well, I can kind of understand why you would want to have it dubbed. Can you a lot of the game is like, oh yeah, you definitely want to try to murder that. Like, I'm looking this, so I'm trying to fight an actual enemy, and he's just like, no, I gotta look behind you to try to fight that snake that's not gonna harm me at all. Oh, targeting is something, huh? Let's try to grab one of these at a time. I hate when these small animals are like on the ground, because they mess up the targeting. Oh, this is kind of bad. Oh, got him on the wall. Nice. Nice, got him on the wall. Stab, 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 stab. Oh, there we go. I thought there was only 2 of them. I'd forgotten that they deceased me so I couldn't run away. And that's not the cure disease spells. Why? What have I put on the 9 slots? What the hell do I have? Oh, right. Right, I was messing around with some spells for a fight, right. And fight orcs, okay. Well, that makes sense. What's 15 ancient knowledge? And we're at 20. Oh god, oh my god, I thought the enemy, I thought a snake was an enemy attacking me. There's been some pretty weird games that have been dubbed Norwegian. Okay, yeah, like, do you remember any specific ones? Because I can't, maybe it's just because I don't really pay attention to it, but I can't remember anything like except like children's games. And of course, like some of like the early Funcom games, the early ones, some of the Funcom games like Longest Journey all had Norwegian. What, did they run out of lockpicks? Ah, that's a rather annoying. I don't know if it's in a specific place I can just buy more. I guess I might be able to find like find like a thief in town to buy from. Resistance 3 was dubbed in Norwegian, huh? Yeah, I would not have expected that. That's interesting. I'm sure I'm gonna remember to come back here. They used Pelle from Døden på Oslo S. I would not have recognized him because I think I watched Døden at some. I think I watched that movie at some point as a kid. It's been a long time ago. I don't really remember anything. I mean, of course I know like the basic plot of the movie. Oh no, I was talking about like the movie, not the game. I know what Resistance 3 is. I mean, not that I played that either. I feel like I have watched that movie, but I'm actually not. Now that I think about it, I'm actually not sure if I ever did.
Why did you wake me?
You're the boss here?
The orcs rule, friend. My contribution to this community is a rather humble one.
Do you work for the orcs?
Any human with half a brain does that. Disobeying the orcs would be suicide.
That's a sensible standpoint.
It certainly is. Even if the orcs set the prices these days. Back then, the humans in Sildon would pay a lot more.
How's the hunting here?
Very good. Always plenty of prey for a hunter here up north. Snappers mostly. They fetch a fair amount in Sildon. I can teach you a thing or two about hunting if you like.
Not particularly. But
I want to hunt snappers.
Great idea. I think I'll come along. Tell me when you're ready, and off we go.
Okay, I don't. Hello, Reb. How are you doing? A hunter must hunt indeed. Oh man, I kind of want to play that Bloodborne PlayStation 1 remake. It looked pretty good. Maybe do that after I'm done with Gothic 3.
How's the hunting here?
Almost too good. We're catching more this season than we can carry. We've barely got time to deliver the pelts we bagged to Sildon.
I could take your pelts to Silden.
That would be great. Here are 8 crates of pelts, all packed up for delivery. Take them to the mill in Silden.
It still feels weird in a Gothic game that. It's like one of the things I liked so much, especially about Gothic 1 and also to a good degree in Gothic 2, was that people usually didn't just give you like a ton of stuff and like, oh yeah, give this to the other guy. I told the trust even though we've never spoken before. No, they didn't make the entire thing. Just a bit at the start. I know they remade basically up to Gascoigne. I don't know if they made anything beyond that. Oh god, I said I wasn't gonna do. Yeah, still really cool. And definitely if that same guy ever like makes like a retro-styled game of any kind, so having that
Let's go.
having that remake like behind them, definitely gonna help the rep quite a bit. So you okay? Yeah, good. You're just off on your own. I see. Luckily, if you're hunting snappers, I kind of doubt. Unless the designers are really nasty, I kind of fail to see how badly this escort quest could go. Oh, that's how bad it could go. Right, I forget fucking snappers are the snappy ones. Crap. That's gonna require a bit more finesse if you want to do that.
What do you want?
Let.
Why did you wake me?
It was stub the finish as well. Right, yeah, I think I remember him saying something like that. Yeah.
There are more of the beasts.
You showed him.
Careful does it. Okay, yeah, that's... Yeah, charging in, I don't know why I had forgotten that snappers... How aggressive snappers are and how much pain it would be to deal with that
So much for you, filthy beast.
in a group like that. That's why I ran in completely overthinking how... completely overestimating how strong I was. Oh, it was tied to system language? Oh,
Was that all of
no.
Looks like it. Too bad. Oh well. If you want to know anything else about hunting, just ask me.
Oh, that's the worst.
I need a lockpick. I need a lockpick.
I think we need a lockpick. Oh, you did your bachelor thesis on dubbing in game? Oh, cool. Yeah, I knew you had education when it came to like English and translating stuff. I didn't know it was specifically related to games though. That's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. We streamed some of it on.
What do you want?
There's a lot of people.
What
there's
do
a lot of
you
people
know
in these
about
huts around this
Sylvan?
place, huh?
Sylvan is called the City of Hunters. Back then, lots of hunters lived in the city. But when the orcs came, we had to clear out of the city. Now, only a few of us live out here in the mountains.
And what do you hunt?
Wolves. Only wolves. The beasts may be dangerous, but their skins fetch a good price.
I want to run over and check out those waterfalls. Check out those waterfalls. Kind of don't think there's gonna be anything there, but also gonna be kind of fun if there is. Huh. I mean, there is a path going this way. And they wouldn't have a path just to nowhere. Like, what? I mean, of course, game designers could definitely put a path to nowhere. There should be like a reason why there's a path, right? A little bit chugging as it's trying to load in a bunch of stuff, I think. Oh, that's a troll, huh? That is a big Nazi troll. I thought I heard something making a lot of noise. Never entered my mind that it might actually be a troll, huh? I think we could stand to try to kill another troll. Kill a couple of them already. She's one troll. I think they probably murder the other ones. Oh. Huh. There's a cave here. Definitely doesn't like me like fighting. The game's not fond of me fighting like right at the edge of the cave. Like dodging in and out of the cave like that. Yes, can I need lockpick. Raw steel, nice.
I need a lockpick.
Right, let's actually head into town. See if we can't find a pair of, well, I said a pair. Find 10 pairs of lockpicks. Before I get too distracted by other things. Should be able to just follow the lake and then the town should be more or less there. Huh. Just because I'm out of stamina or out of magic. Okay. I have been casting a lot of curiosities, and I think I've been double casting a bit as well. It's not great. Oh. A stone circle. Hello.
How's it going?
Watching the prisoners is truly degrading. I would much rather go back to battle and fight against you, Morris, instead of guarding you.
What are the humans doing in the prison camp?
The Moras are chopping firewood. From here, it is shipped to all neighboring cities in the Midlands.
Okay, yeah.
Would you rather
So getting
stand guard
responsibility for
elsewhere?
different stuff.
Of course I would. Especially in town. Guarding the city walls is a much more honorable job than this.
Can I help?
All the firewood from the prison camp must be taken to Givus in the mill. That would be a job for you, don't you think?
Yes, well. Ask a stupid question.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he was insulting us there with like, oh, that would be a job for you, wouldn't it? Yeah. I wish he had at least asked for what I would get from it. Other than, you know, I'll say other than the respect of the orcs, but honestly, they're not gonna respect me for just carrying the shit around. They are there, are they? Oh, hello. But you're wearing normal armor.
Who are you?
My name is Lars. I was once a proud warrior from the highlands of Nordmar, but now I'm rotting here in this prison camp.
You fought in the war?
Yes, I was the strongest man in my clan back then.
Can you make me stronger too?
If I finally get to do what I came to the Midlands for, yes, I could.
Okay,
But
what?
first, I need to be set free.
Why would the orcs just keep this guy as a slave, but let him keep his armor and weapons? That makes no sense.
Why are you in the slammer?
I stole from Barak, the arena master. Those boys don't take kindly to stealing, you know.
Yes, I know.
This guy's happy. This guy ought to be happy to still alive.
How can I help you?
You can't help me. Unless you have plenty of gold. I'm worth about 300 gold coins. You would have to buy me from Zapotek, the camp commander.
I see.
I think you can spare 300 gold, thank you. Just love when guys like, oh yeah, this is gonna cost you a lot of gold, or you know, oh you're gonna get a lot of gold from this. Like, here's like half of what we get from killing a normal enemy. Oh, that's not much, is it? Charles Hilden.
What do you want? Can't you see that you're bothering me?
What sort of a camp is this?
Idiot. It's plain to see. This is a prison camp. Moras like you come here when they cause us trouble.
How's business?
Bad. You Moras just won't listen to reason. You're rebellious. Instead of working for me, you prefer being torn apart by wild beasts.
Yeah, no shit.
Your slaves are being torn apart by wild beasts?
That's right. The idiots run for the mountains, where they get eaten by wolves.
I don't think I want to hear this.
Slaves are escaping from your camp?
Yes, damn it. I'll have the hide of the fellow who set them free.
Who's the boss here?
I am the boss here.
So, you are a master of this city?
No,
I know where a lot of
not.
those slaves
Umbrook
are.
is the leader of this sleazy little settlement, and I hope he won't be for very much longer.
I suppose you'd like to be in Umbrook's place.
Umbrook is soft. The Moras in this city have too much freedom.
Umbrock seems to be very popular.
Popular? Every orc and every Mora in this hole is afraid of him. But I don't believe the stories about his heroic deeds. I would challenge him if I could.
Okay, what's preventing that?
Preventing you from challenging Umbrock?
That miserable shaman, Grumple. Umbrock won't do anything without asking his advice. You could almost say that Grumple is the real master of this city.
Ah. Let's get back to killing orcs for later. Maybe don't start a relationship with, hey, do you want me to murder some people?
That most of the slaves are working.
Sure, but only because I make them.
I will bring back your slaves.
No, you will not. Kill them. All 5 of them. That's the only way to make sure the other slaves remain docile.
Oh. So if I would hazard a guess, I feel like I could either kill them on the spot or lead them back to the rebel camp.
I want to buy the freedom of the Nordmarian Lars.
All right. The Nordman belongs to you. It would be better if he disappeared from here anyway. So far, he's caused nothing but trouble here in camp.
That's all we need.
Okay. Right. So that's a thing that happened. So, I just want to go over what just happened there. So I just got 3 reputations with Nordmar, like the faction as a whole. Or like the area as a whole. For fighting like the entire orc army occupying Nordmar and taking back the magical volcano powered smelter that they used to create their super awesome armor and weapons, I got 5 reputation. So according to this game, paying 300 gold just free a guy is worth about as much as saving an entire normal lifestyle. Right.
I bought your freedom.
Yeah, right. You're just kidding around.
Do I look like I would do that?
Ah, a man of honor. I'm impressed, my friend. If there's any way I can help you, let me know.
Yes, this is set to 4x3, yes. I usually do that with older games nowadays. I kind of forgot to do that when I played Thief, and by this point I'm just used to Thief being in widescreen, so I can't really go back to it being 4x3. But yeah, usually when I play older PC games, I do set it to 4x3. Just because that's what they're meant for. That's what they were designed for. Well, this one 2006, we were starting at widescreen in 2006, right? So they might have designed this for widescreen as well, though. I don't really want him to take me to Nordmar Pass.
Take me to the Nordmar Pass.
You want to see? I'll be glad to show.
To do just in case I get anything useful from it. Yeah, do you prefer to play old games in widescreen, or do you just play them in 4x3 as well? I have to say I am a little bit worried about the path it's taking here. Well, if it takes a hard left here, it might still be... Okay, good. Yeah, I just assume that anything like at least in the first half of the 2000s were not designed for widescreen. I mean, they might have widescreen support, but I think they would still primarily design them for 4x3. I don't remember. Did you play? Oh, there's more huts here, huh? The fuck is? Oh, it's a rebel camp here. Ah. Did you play? You played Thief in widescreen, right? Because I think that widescreen was added later on with fan patches. So I know a lot of fan patches do add widescreen back, but I mean, I guess they it's kind of random like how good the widescreen patch is, though. Like I'm definitely never gonna like add like deliberately go out of my way to add like a widescreen patch. I just don't particularly see the need for that. You are definitely taking a path here, huh?
The pass is over there, further to the north, my friend. I will stay in these woods here. I left my home for a reason, after all.
Right, freeing this guy and just following him up the normal gave me as much reputation as freeing the entire fucking smelter. Jesus Christ. This game's reputation is definitely something, huh? Yeah, the only trouble I would say with Thief, if you're playing it on, is it doesn't really have to do with widescreen, but the text on the HUD can be a bit small if you play it in high resolution. Luckily there is a fix to just scale the HUD properly. I don't know why that's not on by default. Yeah, that's definitely another benefit to 4x3 is that you don't have to worry about am I covering up important parts of the game? You don't have to think about okay, right, where's my camera gonna sit?
Would you teach me how to fight?
I seem to just stand back there and chill, huh?
Why did you leave your home country?
I went on a quest to learn archery. Nobody at home could or would really help me with that.
What? You guys, there's plenty of guys up north shooting with bows. There are people up north teaching you specifically how to hunt orcs with bows. Did you just piss in everybody's coffee or something?
So, where are you headed next?
Well, since you asked, you'll be able to find me with the rebels in the woods here if you need me. There are more of the beasts!
This is a nasty little fella, huh? What the fuck? Oh, this is bad. This has been very fucking bad.
Well, that takes care of that.
What? Oh, this... I'm not trying too hard on this game, doing weird stuff, but why would it take me here? Wait, just head north, and the path is right there. I'm sorry, you mean right past this sheer cliff wall here? Yeah, sure, I'll just jump straight up that, huh? Well, I'll take like actually around to where there's like a proper path up there. And to be fair, I think I can really jump straight up here with a little bit of patience. That's still, I mean, that's not the point. I just feel like it should have taken me to like a proper position instead. Let's see. Why does that give me a Centurion's Frost? Okay, more mana than that apparently. Oh, don't! Game, can you? Oh my god. What a lot of the game is like, you want to target these friendly NPCs, right? That's what you're trying to do here. Someone else having a bit of a party with the wolf in here.
That's one less.
There's a pass over here, right? Wait, does this actually lead into Nordmar? Yeah, there's a lot of animals sitting there attacking at the camp, huh? Oh yeah, those, they don't fuck around too much, huh? They're still pretty dangerous. I don't think they have a very spam attack, they just hit real fucking hard and take a ton of damage. I'm just curious where exactly in Nordmar this pops out. Ah, yes. No, I know exactly where this is. Exactly what part of Nordmar this is. I've been to this part of the area at all. No, I think I came... Oh, I think I came this way when I was... Yeah, I think if you take like the side path up from Faring, I think you end up here as well. You come with that path or whatever the Cybertooth, like, you know, where they ran down to. Okay. I was honestly kind of just thinking of just slipping down, like teleporting back down to Silden. That's some really quick attacks, huh? I think his friend noticed me. No? I was thinking of just teleporting down to Silden, but I mean, there wasn't a rebel camp on the way down. We might as well just poke that. As well as, you know, take care of those pesky little slaves that are running around up here.
Was that all?
I just can't stand here and like when I'm trying to actually talk to people. Yeah, orcs and the animals make too much noise when they're fighting.
What are you doing here?
I have to go to Silden. I have an important delivery for the city shaman Grumple.
Okay, so why are you here then?
Why don't you just go to Grumple?
The rebels have occupied the entire forest. It is said that no orc has made it through the forest alive.
Ah.
Show me your goods.
Oh. Don't mind if I do. Why do... Okay, apparently I picked up 4 of those. Fire ablation is gonna be good. I don't know if... just trade that stuff. Yeah, I don't think we want to be guiding him down to Silden yet. I have this weird feeling that that's gonna be a case of, please escort me. I'm not gonna listen to you or help you protect me anyway. I'm just gonna run through. So, troll. Yeah, there's 2 trolls over there. There's some Strut down there. Oh, this is a Shadow Beast cave if I ever saw one. She's lovely. It might be a Reaper Beast cave actually. They come both a bit nasty. No, Shadow Beast, lovely. Anything else in here? Rusty battle axe, some wine. Potion, nice. Where's the? I think that's the way out. I think. It's ridiculous how you can see the entire cave clearly, and you take like 2 steps forward, and it's 4 steps forward, and it's completely in darkness. Is that some ruins you got up there? Oh, I have to sneak past a troll here up there. Oh, how the hell did you manage to sneak past all this crap here, huh? Those guys are still pretty nasty. Okay, my main reason for going to Silden at all now is kind of gone. I guess I completely forgot to save, huh? The main reason I wanted to go to Silden really was, or at least directly, was because I needed lockpicks. Now it sells 26 of them? What the hell? Huh. I need to test that next time I talk to the trader for, or I need to test that before I try to trade with someone next time. Just try to, like, say right before I start trading with them, and see what they got, and reload and try and trade with them again, just to see, like, if I can change, like, at least their initial items. It seems to be randomized somewhat, at least. Because I mean, he had like 15 lockpicks last time, I believe. This time he had like 26. It's not an insignificant difference either. Do you want to have poke up there? Maybe try to come up from the other side. So that we go past the trolls and the big goblins and all that stuff. Yep, these are rebels indeed. It doesn't show on the maps. I wonder if these counts as this part of. I wonder if this might be like an outpost of Okara.
Are you the leader here?
What does it look like, kid? Of course I am.
You've got a lot of stuff up here.
This is all cargo belonging to the orcs from Silden. So far, we have intercepted every single shipment to Nordmar, and so everything's stacking up here.
How's the situation at the pass?
I have heard that some orcs are trying to make it to Silden from Nordmar again. My scouts saw a group of orcs up on the pass. I will be relieved if they never reach their destination.
Okay. Let's just try what I just said about traders.
Show me your goods.
This is paladin armor, huh?
Forget it. You'll only get that once you've earned. Forget it. You'll only get that once you've earned it.
Oh, you actually have 50 reputation with rebels, huh?
Forget it. You'll only get that once you've earned it.
I already got the slightly better version of this one. Myrtanian assault armor features not only with steady quality, but also with good design. Guess that's the broken text there. The swords are all worse than what I made for myself. Cool to see homemade weapon actually being good. Having is that a good though? That's nice. That's a lot of strength required there, huh? I don't think there was anything particular that could that would stack there, so I don't know what would actually be different. What seems to be about exactly the same.
Ever thought about conquering Sildon?
Thought about. We have attacked the orcs' outposts many times, but we do more damage to them by heading off the orcs trying to get through to Sildon.
Okay.
Would you teach me how to fight?
Oh, yes, teach me. Okay. Not interested in that trading anyway. Huh. Interesting that that is counted as a Sildon quest. Not as many people I could talk to as I'd maybe hoped for. It's like some farm, some small huts around here. There's more people there.
It doesn't matter to you.
I'm sure you have something else to do.
You should probably do it yourself.
I feel like one of these guys is gonna ask me to free or help those runaway slaves instead of killing them. Pretty much.
What are you doing here?
So you have to choose which one to do.
Of all these escaped slaves. There's more and more of them. Soon I won't know where to put them up.
Who are these refugees?
Lately, an increasing number of slaves have fled to the woods up here from Sildon. They are desperate and have nowhere to go. I try to help them as best I can and find places for them to stay.
Let's talk about the gold for the escaped slaves.
We're all poor buggers up here. I can give you no more than 100 gold coins per person.
I see. Show me your...
If he goes on like that, he will never get anywhere.
Okay, you poor burgers, you don't need that. So... I think we're killing... Hello? I think we're killing those slaves.
As if it were so easy.
It's all these freed slaves, right? Yeah.
Doesn't get much work.
Take my advice. You better stay out of it.
I loved a statue to God here, but I guess though yes there might be one. There's one down in town that I can pray to. Learn how to cure poison as well. Oh yeah, these rebels occupy actually a rather significant portion of this forest, huh? I'm actually not surprised at all that they can't easily make it through that forest. Oh god. Just a nice relaxing stroll through the forest. No need to pay attention to your surroundings. Nice. Something nice and quiet. Nothing to worry about at all. There you are. I was wondering where I was getting attacked from. I have honestly lost complete track of where the town is at. Oh, that's a nice one. Works, okay. Oh, the lurks are great little bastards, huh? Just set their mind on murdering you since they can see you, huh? There's a little bit of warning before enemies are attacking, but not the lurkers apparently. Literally running from work. Why are you fighting me? Other than the fact that I'm standing here being a mix master. Wait, are they called mix masters in English? The blenders, I think they're called, right? So I want to actually make sure I'm not about to be attacked. Just overgrown wolves, right? The usual tactic for splitting them off seems to work. Maybe slightly more dangerous, but they seem to just be orc-flavored wolves. Yes, it should be like palette swap of wolves. Right. And to be fair, that's exactly what the ice wolves were as well. Oh, bloodflies. Oh, this is not great. Damn it. And the bloodflies are hard to spot because they love to be lying down in the grass. So they're just like popping out and it's like, surprise! You're about to die. I should have healed up after fighting here as well, though. That was my bad. Why are there just... There's less like packs of enemies roaming around, but there's still like, a lot of these scattered enemies instead. Bastard. Takes a good while for that potion to kick in, huh? definitely not something you just pop in at the last minute to save yourself. Load fights I'm perfectly fine with just hunting to extinction. Since I can see them anywhere. Make sure I'm not accidentally walking in. Like, yeah, look at it, like if you don't have the bow out, it's just like you're not gonna know there's one there. Like, I have the text showing me exactly where it is and I can't get it. Well, both of us are like the number one reason why I love to just have my bow out. Hurrah! Here we go, slay some Sildon. There's 5 of them.
Yeah, sure. You're a fine one to talk. Ultimately, they'll make you do it. What can I tell you? It's the same old story.
Oh, right. You do need to actually kill them, right. I was confused about like how relaxed they were about the whole murdering them part. Because I just knocked them down, didn't actually murder them. Well, I mean now I murder them. First I just knocked them down. I certainly hope I'm murdering the right set of slaves here. Is that 5? I'm a little bit worried there might be more than 5 that he wants me to kill. It might be one of those situations where it's like, I just kill all of them. Why are you alone? Oh. And one more. Did I steal from that one before? Usually when there's an empty chest, it's usually because I've been there and taken it already. Kill them, all 5 of them. I think there was some more. I think there was one more further north of the further uphill from here. I feel like I encountered 3 little camps of them. There we go. Well, that gave me a reputation for orcs. Nice. Yeah, you basically have to choose there, which because you can't both rescue them and kill them all. I wonder, I wonder if I could have brought them back to the rebel camp and then killed them. I mean, it would involve murdering people in the middle of the rebel camp, which is probably not something they're gonna take too kindly to. How many lockpicks do I have? Lockpicks 31, okay. Let's check what we were doing over here. Let's continue what we were doing over here before I got distracted by running out of lockpicks. Exploring everything. What way you can go and sleep? A big farm in the sky. There's also one chest in here. I think I couldn't open up. I think this was the cave where I just ran out.
Broken.
See, life force, kind of useless, lightning bolt, telekinesis. Fairly basic stuff. Now into the woods along the close to the waterfall there. There was some stuff there as well. I think I visited all the farms. Ish. Hello. Probably murdering way more deer than I need to. At this point, I'm just annoyed by the ones that keep running away and ruining quests for me. Way short. Okay, just... Did I find this before?
Broken. Broken.
Oh, hello there! Summon lightning, gold value 1500. Don't mind if I just snap that up. There was a ring there as well that I didn't pay attention to. Just a mana ring. I mean, if I was a mage, that would have definitely been nice and welcome. I forgot they are a bit aggressive, huh? Oh, I didn't think that would reach. Just get rid of all the nasties around. Reapers are definitely not as bad as the bloodflies. Still not something I want running around in my woods while exploring. Snappers up there. More of those beasts. Okay, I mean, I guess if they have like their little nest cave here, it makes sense that there's a lot of them around. Oh, second summon lightning. Don't mind if I do. Those are gonna be. I feel like those are gonna be handy for like one of those like pinch. We get a little bit of a pinch. Right, I mustn't forget that there is a troll around there somewhere. Ready to cause trouble. That went a lot smoother than I expected. I kind of forgot that there might be more of them like behind the bushes that would shout out. That's surprisingly smooth. Or is a troll and a black troll? Swamp lord. There's no swamp lurking on lurker. I mean, is the ones just lurking, the other ones lurking in the swamps. Well, poison is one difference. This merchandise isn't great amount of Varant. Okay. So I shouldn't sell that off until we get down to Varant. Save that in case. If it's like a high demand thing, I wouldn't be surprised if the quest something you're gonna grab like 50 of them. Probably not 50, but you get what I mean. Hello Braxton, how are you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for the toast, I appreciate that. The hell is this? Unstrap. I wonder if this might be like a little, just like a sort of an Easter egg that maybe they add in the community patch.
Broken. 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 Broken.
Oh. I don't know what CBT stands for. Yeah, there we go. We actually found something behind a waterfall. Was this two things behind a waterfall in one? Oh, two things behind the same waterfall?
Impossible.
They are really making things very nice for me here. That's like a 60 thieving skill. I don't know if that's worth it. That's 35 learning points. That's quite a lot. Maybe once I start running out of everything else that I could possibly learn how to do. I can't dive. Ah. These might get a little bit loud here. Since we're like directly in the waterfalls. Okay. Slightly weird little camp right here, but okay. Well, that fort was like split up by like a rock down the middle, huh? Ooh. I noticed a rock there as I was mid-air. It was kind of too late to really do anything about it. That can't. Too bad. You can't go up that rock. Yeah, this is quite a massive waterfall, huh? River system, interesting. I wonder if we can get up top there in any way. I see swamp lurkers around here. This might... Oh, and I'm getting attacked, wonderful. I think this is gonna have to be a area I come back to later on. Okay. We could do it now. I just really want to have... Oh god, my game's not liking whatever's going on here. I think it's doing a lot of loading and stuff. I think that's what happening. I think that's usually what's happening when it's a stuttering effect. Stuttering. I just would really love. Oh, this is a okay. I love an actual bow that's better than what I got now, because I used the same bow for like last like 20 or 30 hours. Where am I? A whole little area over here. I don't know why, but I can't just expect this entire area to be like nothing. There's a wolf right. There's a wolf right there. It's just a little pack of shadow beasts just hanging out. Interesting. Oh, cool. Found some more rangers.
Dark are the clouds over the forests of Mirtana. Who seeks me out in this hour?
I am...
Ah, it is you. The Decider. You have come in this time when we are in need of your help.
Why do you call me the Decider?
The War of the Gods has raged since the dawn of time. Enos and Beliar each aspire to dominion over the world.
What does all that have to do with me?
You have been chosen to decide the War of the Gods.
Ah.
Adonos himself has freed
Nothing
you from
important
any
then, huh?
influence of the other gods. You alone have the power to decide of your own free will which side you will join.
Tell me more about the War of the Gods.
Adonos wanted all of the inhabitants of the world to decide their fate alone. However, everyone, human or orc, is subject to the influence of the gods. The peoples of the world each fight for victory in the name of their god. This battle will last until one side is defeated.
Who are you?
My name is Runak. I am a druid, the eldest, and some claim I am also the strongest.
It does feel a little bit weird, where it's like, I think you started out in like, oh yeah, I knew some random guy that got thrown into prison, and also it's like, oh yeah, you were destined to choose the fate of the world all along. It's like, really? Can we go back like the small stakes, well, mostly small stakes of the first game, please?
You need my help?
We druids are being hunted by the beast that has conquered the world. No living human can truly protect us from the orcs. Not even the rangers, only you, the Decider, can master this task.
What do the orcs want from you druids?
They want our druid stones. Each druid carries a different stone with him. They were given to us by Adonos himself, and grant us our power. My druid stone contains the power of the shadow beast.
Ooh, that's a nice one, huh?
What can I do?
Some orcs have come from Geldern and have dug themselves in farther up in the woods. They have come to kill me and steal my power. You must stop them. Otherwise, I am lost.
I mean, I kind of want to just kill him myself.
I want to learn your power.
Gladly. However, There is one condition. I have heard that druid hunters have been sent to the south of Geldern. Kill Gothic, the leader of the druid search party. Then I will entrust you with my druid stone. In days such as these, it is better that you keep it, Decider.
I could just murder him myself and take the stone for myself. It's part of Gildan? Right. Kill the druid hunting part from Gildan, kill the leader of the southern druid search party. What's the difference between the druid hunting party and druid southern druid search party? Kind of wandered off back here a little bit, didn't I? Oh, I guess this is one of the hunting parties, huh? Let's just check if they are hostile or not. They don't look hostile. See one with a name in here.
What are you doing here?
I'm here on the orders of Grok, the highest shaman in Geldern. I'm supposed to look for druids. I'll stay here and search the area some more.
I got the quest to find this guy. I wonder who actually gave the who would have given the quest to find these guys?
Can I help you?
I am convinced that a druid is hiding in the woods down there by the lake. However, I suspect that a band of rangers is also there. I would really like to see that pig of a druid dead.
I'll kill the druid for you.
Well, who'd have imagined it? Finally someone with guts. Then try your luck, Mora.
Most of them are kind of douchebaggy. There's just a shadow beast hiding in the tall grass. This is really bad. I'm getting surrounded now by shadow beasts. It's a little bit weird to find them together like this, because I'm pretty sure the first game specifically called them out as being solitary. So yeah, that's another quest that, or I guess another 2 quests. I can only do one of them, I think. So they both want me to kill the other one. Oh, that's a bit of a drop, huh? Imagine stomping. That sounds a lot like a troll. Huh. Fortifications there. Who the fuck are you then?
What are you doing here all by yourself?
What you see here is all that is left of the mine. Ivan, that treacherous mercenary swine, has destroyed it all.
What happened?
Ivan, that swine, was supposed to guard the mine here with his mercenaries. Instead, he just killed off everybody and ran away with the mined gold. I would pay a lot of gold if someone were to make short work of this unholy traitor.
Do you need help?
Are you joking? Just look around you. I need more tools. I need more timber. I need more people. Those gold nuggets won't jump out of the hard rock all by themselves. Go talk to Samuel, the leader of the mercenaries in Geldern. Tell him to send me new people and equipment.
Okay. Good luck for me remembering where the fuck this mine is, though. I say mine. It's lovely just sitting right there, out there in the middle of absolutely bumfuck nowhere. But have I even been to Geldern? I don't think I have. God. All these little Reaper beasts around, huh? Okay, let's give this lovely little troll a try. There's two of them. Of course there's two of them. I'm sorry? Was that monster just called Monster? I'm... Yeah, that is literally called Monster. Okay. I mean, we can't not try to murder something that's called Monster, right? How bad could it possibly be, right? Definitely hard with us freaking trolls around. The way I think maybe trying from the left side, we can sneak in. I think we might have a bit more room to run over this way. Okay, got some space here now. That's like a small dinosaur? It's small. Worryingly large, actually. Oh, 5 experience points. Okay, nice. Fairly good chunk of health there. I don't know how that would have gone if I had managed to make it bump up against the tree there. Oh, I thought it was dead. Jesus. Why do the wolves... What? I guess... Camp of wolves here? Okay. I wonder if they ate whoever lived there before, or if that's like where they just keep their wolves. Terror, huh? And Terror is a good name for a spell. Though it does give it a bit of a name to live up to, doesn't it? The monsters weren't as bad as I'd feared. Was this another rebel camp?
Was that your hut?
No, but mine looks almost exactly the same. The orcs did a good job.
You're a really strong fellow.
Yes, I can break a solid beam with my bare hands if needed.
Is that something that comes up often?
Would you teach me how to fight? You're a woodcutter?
My whole life. I don't know what I would do without the woods.
Thought that would lead somewhere. Maybe I could send him up.
Halt!
What is it?
to the camp, but apparently not.
Seen anyone like you here? You aren't a Hashishin, are you?
You don't have any idea what a Hashishin looks like, do you?
Not exactly. I've only heard that they've come to Silver. They say they're evil people.
How much wood will a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would? At some point, I'm actually gonna have to remember the answer to that.
How do you make a living?
I'm a woodcutter and sell wood and wild berries.
To whom?
To the fisher folk of Silver. They come by here quite often, but no one has come by in a few days. I wonder what's wrong there.
I could look into why the fishermen aren't coming anymore.
Would you do that for me? Then you can take this package of wild berries to Stan the fisherman at the same time. He ordered them, but never picked them up.
Again, just give me their stuff. Despite not knowing me at all. Have a little bit of stuff that we can talk to the people of Silden about now. That's nice. So what time we head back? Those are like 3 blood flies. Oof. Ah. Okay, that got scary. I thought they were gonna manage to get me. As much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. That whole sequence there goes on for a lot longer than I kind of expected it to go on for.
Is this a mill?
It used to be, but ever since the orcs came, it's been used as a storage room.
That's in the second Monkey Island game, right?
What are you doing here?
I'm the warehouse keeper. My name is Givus. I assemble the goods
remember
that
right,
are delivered to nearby cities by caravan.
What is being stored here?
Firewood, fish, and pelts. Silden supplies the entire surroundings with those things.
Do you need
Oh, it
anything
is a lot
else?
older than
If
that,
you find
okay.
any goods ready for shipping, bring them here. I must be ready for when the
I
next
feel like that is the one where
caravan
that
arrives.
is most famous for, though.
Where should I get the fish?
From the fisher folk down by the river. I've been promised 8 barrels.
Wait. What? Yeah, why? Oh, do I have to do them like in order? That's a little bit weird, but okay. I need to go and see the fisherman anyway. Let's check in with the other people here later on. Fisherman, I'm guessing not down here. I mean, these guys look like fishing huts. I mean, these guys look like fishing huts. These people look like fishing huts. I'm mangling my words now, aren't I? These huts look like fishing huts.
How's it going?
Miserable.
What's wrong with you?
Fish. Nothing but fish. I've had it up to here with those stinking things.
I mean, that kind of comes with the whole fisherman business. That you
How's
have
the
to deal with
fish
fish.
Exhausting. We're fishing like mad here. Caravans are constantly coming by and taking the smelly things away. We can barely keep up.
I have a package here for you.
Wild berries from Bozek. Marvelous. I haven't been to see him since the orcs doubled the watch. My thanks to the courier. Here, take this. Leave me alone.
That's apparently not the fisherman I need to talk to. Oh, there is take the barrels of fish? Yeah, I kind of feel like I would want to talk to someone before just nabbing them.
Hey, who are you?
My name is Hatlod. I'm the local shipbuilder, or rather, I used to be.
Used to be? What went wrong?
Well, look around you. Those filthy orcs have destroyed my entire business. And on top of that, I lost my tools.
But you have lots of tools left here.
That's not the same. My great-grandfather worked with those tools. Damned old ruins.
Wait, I'm sorry. What does old ruins have to do with losing your tools?
What exactly happened to your tools?
It was like this. I took my new boat out on a test run, and suddenly there's a crash, and my boat is history. All I could do was get to dry land.
And where do your tools come into this?
I had them with me. As I said, I was testing my boat. There were two beasts that almost ripped me to pieces. I threw the tools at them, barely managed to get away.
Okay.
Tell me about these creatures.
One was a lurker. Nasty things, those. Better beware of their claws.
And then really
That was
not
a lizard.
nasty.
Man, I was lucky to have my tools. I tossed the tools right into their open jaws. And now, here I am, with nothing left at all. Too bad I'm so busy with my new boat, or I would...
What? I see. Not the bravest soul, are you?
I'm a shipbuilder, not a sword fighter. If I were a warrior, I would fight in the arena.
Your grandfather?
Yeah, a right old swashbuckler he was. Came from the southern islands. He settled here.
I mean,
and brought
at
the
least,
art of
at least he
shipbuilding
had a
with him.
reason for
He had his
losing tools
from
there.
the southern islands. They are truly a joy to work with.
What ruins?
Say, are you blind? Look over there by the lake. Those huge broken walls. That used to be an old stronghold of the Paladins. Then some people in Trellis dammed up the river towards the sea. Must have been a bunch of crazy mages. And whoosh, there went the castle. Oh man, we laughed our heads off when those tin buckets started crawling out of the new lake. And now the remnants of the castle pose a hazard for all vessels. Quite a few boats went down after they hit those ruins.
Ah. Is it vanilla or does it contain quest pack and community package? It contains... It has a community patch. I basically just installed the... I basically just installed the GOG version of the game, and that came with the community patch 1.75, I believe. I did turn both alternative balancing and alternative AI off, though. I don't know how much other stuff that patch may or may not have changed by default.
All right, I will fetch you the tools.
Excellent. Let me know once you've got them.
What's in it for me?
I think I have some gold coins left somewhere.
Where can I find the tools?
Good question. I would start looking around the lake. The two beasts that attacked me must still lurk around there somewhere. I hope they choke to death on my tools.
You could just, like, tell me what side of the lake you threw them at the beast from. I mean, they're not gonna be carrying those tools around with them, are they?
What became of the Paladins?
They were mad as wet hens. The king let them have the castle near Gotha. I've no idea what became of them.
So he did actually provide me some useful information, though. So we have a thing, I think here... Is that here? Yeah. Find the first Paladin's helmet. They say that supposedly the helmet is in Geldern? I mean, this was a stronghold. There might be some fun stuff around these parts. Not as good as Gothic, nor Gothic. Not as good as Gothic 1 or 2. Everyone has the best music overall. I have a bad habit of just kind of, like, unless the music is something spectacular, I kind of have a bad habit of just kind of zoning it out. How come you can you just see like the walls poking out from the lake. And things just like sort of like poking out of poking up like underneath the water surface is one of the things that really freaked me out. Like I remember like whenever I went swimming as a kid, you would have like not seaweed but like any kind of like plants that would like be standing up from the ocean or not from the ocean but from like the lake like brush against your feet. Oh, and I hated those. There would usually be like a small area like they pretty much had to swim through to get past them, and I always hated doing that. Not sure if this is where to be through them. Is it a lurker and something else? A lurker and a lizard, huh? Okay. I don't think there's any lizards down here. Have a small poke. Yeah, I think so far... Yeah, so far there's a lot of things I don't particularly enjoy about this game. You just... did a lot better in the first two games. Fuck. What? I mean... Oh, right, this. Alright, we're on this side of the town. This is completely chock full of lurkers. So, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like this game has a lot more of like hordes of enemies. Oh, that's the hammer. Oh, right, so there's gonna be like one special lurker and one special lizard. Can you not? Okay. Oh! Wait, I'm sorry, what? 1-to-1 damage? Strength to... 1-to-1 ratio of strength to damage? That's unusual. I mean, I guess you did say that he threw them right in the open wall, so I kind of just thought it was more of a figure of speech. Anything else, but apparently not. Apparently just fucking swallow them. This place has a lot of lurkers, huh? I'm kind of a little bit torn whether I like Gothic 1 or Gothic 2 the most. I mean, I think I would say like Gothic 2 is probably like objectively kind of the better game. Like it had a lot more content, especially like late in the game. The content just didn't kind of disappear like it did in the first one. Or rather ran out like it did in the first one. There was some stuff in like the quests, especially like early in the... I thought like especially like the first chapter of Gothic 1 was a lot better than the first chapter in Gothic 2. And part of that is was some of the changes that they introduced in Gothic 2 with the idea of the Raven expansion messing things up a little bit. Wait, regular wolves are just 50? Oh. I guess I've just been so used to... Yeah, I guess I've just been so used to the ice wolves now that I just assumed they would be assumed regular wolves for 100 as well. Ignore the wolves for now. I don't know why I said for now. Like I'm gonna change my mind, come back and murder all the wolves later on just because they're there. It's not like there's a whole lot of reason to that. I mean, there was a nice cave back there. Interesting to have a poke at. Good blood flies. I started to build up quite a good selection of weapons there that we can sell off. So Trellis, Selden, Geller. No, right. There's a little crossroads there. Oh, right. I didn't even notice a path going from Trellis and up by the river. Huh. The little golem boy, huh? Okay. I should not have stopped doing the quick attacks. I thought I had pushed him close enough up against the wall that it would just stun him long. Like, that I could just like keep doing like the big attacks. Would keep him occupied. Apparently I was very wrong. Got to love how golems and skeletons, other beings not made of meat and blood, bleeds though, right? Oh yeah, you hit this solid rock, and blood comes out. Oh, though, wait, are those goblins? Okay, yeah, I thought they looked bigger. I thought those was like the big boys. These are not lizards, though. I keep thinking I've killed them all. Another one shows his face. Is that it? Are we done now? Okay. Okay, we got some nice little caves here. Oh, this is a long cave. Does it just go through the mountain? I think this might just go straight through the mountain, huh? Okay. Okay. Oh, right, it's connected to the bridge. Right. Right, of course, this... Wait, oh, yeah, right, this is actually the path... This is actually the path into the town. Okay. Should I call on that a bit quicker, but okay. That's a lot of angry little bloodflies, huh? This... Well, that could have gone better. We do have these pure poison potions. I do need to find the statue and pray though, and learn the spell for curing poison. So I don't run out of. Have to worry about so I don't have to worry about running out of potions. That's the actual road with a bunch of blood flies at the end. Does this seem to be like a goblin cave? Don't think that's the lizard he was talking. The shipbuilder was talking about. Huh. Kind of just expect there to be something here. Okay. There's definitely something around that east tree that is getting angry at me. I wonder if they're like up top of the hill? Either on top of the hill or they're actually stuck inside a cavern wall. Probably not a good sign that both of them feel likely. Oh, those lizards, okay. Well, at least we know why it's constipated. So that's how it feels to be. How it feels to be cornered against the wall and banged. Okay. Let's see how it is. The most enjoyable experience. What? Okay. I feel there's gonna be a druid on this somewhere that's gonna ask me like, hey, can you go and get my druids on for me? Oh, yeah, I forgot I have a Reaper Beast's druid stone. I don't know if that one would be particularly good for anything though. I mean, he didn't promise a whole lot of coins, he just said he had some coins around. Let's see how much it might be.
All right, I found everything.
Thanks, my friend. At last I can start building again. Here's the reward I
These
promised you.
experience
Don't
points?
spend it all in one place. Maybe you could help me a little more.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Well, it's like this. I'm not that good at building boats. That's why the orcs are still letting me work.
And? Am I supposed to explain to you how to build a boat?
No, of course not. But if you ever meet anybody, I would make it worth your while. Bring me something that helps me build better boats. And I swear by my great-grandfather that you will be richly rewarded.
Richly? That's good.
The quest for the perfect ship. Okay, that's putting a bit highly. That's setting
looking?
the bar rather
If I
high.
knew how and where to look, I would have gone myself. But you won't have much luck in Mitana. The orcs did a thorough job there. Maybe you should try further south.
Okay. Right, I think this is gonna have to be where we call it for tonight. There's a lot of people in this town. I haven't really explored this town at all. There's quite a few people around. So let me just proper save. So the next stream's probably gonna be on Saturday. It's gonna be going back to some more Mario 64. Right, the frame's gonna be dying slightly, because thank you, GOG. So going back to some more Mario 64 Saturday, and probably more Gothic on Sunday. I'll have to see. Now let's see who I can drop you all off with, though. Let's see who is on the Twitch tonight. Let's see. I'll drop you off with Dash Reto, who is currently not doing speedrunning, but doing some Shin Megami Tensei 3. So yeah, have a good night, everyone, and yes, hope I'll see you in the weekend.